Right, this is number 3. I was gabbing away there and I didn't realise the camera stopped recording. And now we're up to figure 23, where we're now putting a lot more. I presume that's going to be for the anchors, or something at least. And then we've got these going on, we've got the capstan, I think, or whatever that is, going in. We've got the various little bits and bobs, all these bits and bobs, and once again a lot of these are being made up out of brass. And then number 24, we're now getting into some figure 24. So we're making the boats up. I think they can be hung from the cranes eventually. We've got the lifeboats, or rafts or whatever. Well, one life raft, I think there's 2 lifeboats, which are already made up. You've got all these handrails going in again, you've got ladders going up and down. You've got various bits here. You've got all these bits and bobs going in. So it's quite a bit of work to do. This is not a 10-minute job. So we're now up to figure 25. I'm reading it upside down. So this is in the stern. And these, whatever these cross pieces are, stabilisers or whatever they are. So once again you're building all these up out of wood, all nicely going together. Then we've got the first bit of pull, I suppose it's a pulley, but it looks like a fairly decent sized pulley, so it shouldn't be too hard. And then we've got all the various rails which are going across. Like I said, they could be stabilisers, I'm not sure. And then we've got this is a crane, I noticed. Yes, a crane. There's 2 of these as far as I know. And I worked that out because it's got a hook on the bottom. Well, that's it, because I've seen this on YouTube. You can motorise it and lift the ship's boats up and down. And for some reason I found it weird that it actually works. The boat is connected to the hook in the middle rather than at the end. Whereas I would have thought that would have been at the end. I suppose it works better in the centre. So this has actually got proper pistons and everything, you know, and it's got all the moving parts. And I think this is exactly the same for the other side. So there's 2 of them. I've never ever in my life done anything with radio control, so I wouldn't even know how to be fair. Alright, so that's, let me see if I can't really get that in properly, but that's the rigging. So not a lot of rigging, luckily. And once again it's supplied, but decide whether you want better rigging line. Sometimes the line that's supplied with these kits isn't really up to a lot. And then we've got the various bits of rigging going across there. We've got the ship's boats going into position. And I believe you can hang them. I think there are davits for them, or hanging them from the crane. And then we're finished. And then we've got the finished model. Looks like a little yellow submarine. And so we're finishing off a few little bits and bobs, of rigging, carrying on, and then down the bottom is a colour call out. So you've got about 75,000 colours, as you always do. So you've got white, emerald, tan, bright red, black, pale grey, trainee yellow, silver, Mediterranean blue, dark and grey, dark ad grey. What the heck does that mean? And signal red. For this model is mahogany stain and colours with the following numbers should be used. Yeah, very funny. GB, rigging number, colour number, stain number. Yeah, very funny. Right, so that's the instructions. Now this, I believe, is the full page let me take that camera right back out. This is the so this is the full page. You know, when you get all this on the table. Oh, why don't you just rip it all to shreds, idiot? Right, so we've got the full page. So this is good. So this is how big the model is. So the model in length is, roughly give or take, 3 foot 1 inches, and it's roughly 8 inches wide, and then about a foot. I don't know, you've got to take that bit. About 14 inches high. So it's not a bad size for a model. So this, you know, it's giving you decent fit where everything is on the top there, top down. That's interesting. Never done anything like that before. We've got the various bits that are going in there. We've got, let's try and rip it to shreds, eh? And then we've got, alright, so there's the model as it will look. So we've got all the various bits there. And then if we turn it over, we've now got various views again. We've got the rigging, we've got the stairways going up here, all these ladders going up, we've got stairwells going up, we've got the actual kit there. It's looking like how it looks with all the bulkheads in place, the frames in place. So that's looking alright there. The only thing this hasn't got, of course, is anything to do with the remote control. So there is no remote control thing. You'd have to buy, I suppose you have to buy it. And I put all that together wrong now. Not that it makes any odds. That way. And that would be Billings boat. So there's your full-on thing there. Right, let's have a look at little bits. So we've got the decals. So Smit London or Smit Rotterdam. Yeah, Smit London, Smit Rotterdam. That's interesting. So I might do it as the London version. Not sure what they are, the vents or something by the look of it. Billings boats. They go on the funnel obviously. TR155, I don't think that means anything. Might do, I'm not sure. So there's your decal sheet. Not bad. That's yeah, they're quite fit. You can't really see any white lines going round them at least. So they don't look too bad. So now let's start the little wooden parts, shall we? Let's get all this out of the way. So let's get this up first. Let's have a look what we've got. So we've got 11 minutes. So we've got various obviously the planking, all individually mentioned in the instructions. So that's looking alright. That's not too bad. Various sizes, there's a square one there. So various sizes of planking, varying lengths, varying sizes. Looks alright. Doesn't feel, it feels solid enough. So it's not weak, which is easy to do. All this stuff in here is, I'll call that last. Right now, I don't like the way that's done like that. That's a bit stupid, isn't it? That could easily fall through. There's the asset. Right, let me get this open. I don't like that, the way that's been done like that. Not too happy about that either. Right, so let's get this out. Right, let's have a look what we've got. So we've got, let's put these, let me zoom in that for you. So these are those, whatever the are, events on the front there, which I'll get, which you can see right through. And this is going, I'm assuming it's going to go around them bits that are going around the bow. So that's not too bad, to be fair. There's a ladder there, look. Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? That is going to be strange to cut that out. I have never seen a wooden ladder. Not like that, anyway. That would have to be cut out by cutting all the little bits out in the squares in the middle. There's little tabs in there. I'm not quite sure about that. I don't like that idea. And I don't like this either. It doesn't seem to have weakened it, but I suppose it'll be alright. Right, let's take that back out so you can see all the other bits. So it's not too bad, I suppose. We can put that now flat in the box. Let me take these bits out. That bit in. So I'm just putting these instructions and everything back in the box. I can sort them out in the box better. Right, so now we have, I don't know how much it comes off, but okay, that's a bit weird. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see if I can. Weird. Not sure what that's supposed to be. Whatever it is, it's made a mess of the table. Looks like something that's melted on it. Right, so that's right, let's have a look, what have we got? Right, I can probably zoom in a bit better. So these are going to be 3289L. 3289L. I'm sorry, I'm trying to alter this and I've got sweat running down me. Oh, this is horrible, man. God, this is horrible, 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 horrible. Now, one of the things I did on Tuesday, I keep saying about the fact that I can't get videos longer than 20 minutes. So I went on, I spent literally Tuesday afternoon going through all the video merger programs. There's lots of them online. I found quite a few, and I used a couple of videos of my dogs, and I managed to merge two 20-minute videos together into a 40-minute video. Absolutely brilliant. I thought, right, that's good, because then I could do these videos and put two together as 40 minutes, or maybe three as an hour. Worked out really well, transitioned it really well, and then I came up and I thought, right, let's see if it'll let me do three. So I put it through to export it, and I got the same message that I got from every single site that I tried. You have done your reached your limit that you're allowed as a free start, so you have to buy the full-on copy. So so I can't put videos together. I'm not paying for anything. So these are those bits that went across the stern. They're obviously going to be joined together. Bit of one of the bulkheads. That's not too bad. That looks alright. And then we've got 3290L. These are presumably decks. And then whatever these are. Two bits that are going to go in and look like they're going to go around the bow somewhere. And then I can't tell you what all this stuff is for. Not without going through all the instructions and not seeing what it looks like in the actual instructions. Kind of the burn marks and that. More of this stuff, what? I think it's sawdust, isn't it? That's what that is. I think where it's been burnt through. See, I can't push that out. That's going to be interesting to see how much of that is. Yeah, I can't push them out. So I reckon that stuff is sawdust coming through from the burn mark right now. So we're up to 387L. Let me take that out a bit because it's a bit of a bigger one, isn't it? So this, I believe, is where those bits go through the bow with a wheel right through the bow. No idea what that is. Right, there's part of the keel, part of the stern keel, and then that looks like it'll probably be around the bow. Might be side bits for the superstructure. No idea. So, oh right, and that's another bit of the keel by the looks. Oh right, so this is keel. Keel. And I'm not sure if that would be keel. So that bit is going to go, by the look of it, you've got a small bit, they're about the size, same size by the look of it. So anyway, one part of that is going to go in there, one part in there, and that's going to make your keel. So that's not too bad. I'm quite impressed with it. Once you realise what some of the stuff is. Now this we're getting into big bits now, so let me see if I can bring the camera back out now. Alright, now the light might not be conducive to this. That was a nice word, wasn't it? Conducive. Don't know what it means. I haven't got a dictionary. Right now, and then the light's gonna. Oh, that's a touch better, I suppose. I can't get the camera up any further. Well, I could, but it's too much messing about. So we've got various bits. This is that. Right, these are those bits in the instruction sheets. If you watch these, you don't have to have seen the other videos, of course. This is the problem where I can't put two videos together. You don't have to have seen the other videos to know that these went down the bow, headed down towards the stern when a bit was put in at the front. Obviously another bit, I think these have to bend round. That's quite thick, so they'd have to be well heated up. And then we've got all these little bits that are going all around everywhere. I mean, they look like they all come apart individually. Once again, that one's not been burnt too much. So that's not too bad either. And then we've got another one with all this on. I think if I work this out, when I turn this over, there's going to be quite a bit of scorch mark on the back of this. I haven't turned it over, I promise you. I think there might be a bit of scorch mark there, because I think I'm working out that all that rubbish is sawdust from the scorching. Ta-da! Told ya. So I reckon this is all I probably don't need to. Alright, I've only got 4 seconds left.